Hi, my name is Shadow. Today I wanted to upload a video of me fighting a samurai. I plan to meet Ryusei Hattori at the Marienburg castle in Hildesheim, Germany, and record our fights for 2 days as a Landsknecht and a Scottish man from the 17th century. But it all came different and showed me a valuable lesson which I wanted to share with you, so here we go. I met Ryusei at his home and we talked a bit and got to know each other. It was a hot, sunny summer day with 32 degrees Celsius and I had the week before several migraine attacks. The last one on the Saturday at the Bernau Renfair, where I wore my whole Landsknecht outfit. I still didn't want to miss the opportunity to meet Ryusei and drove to the Marienburg, which is a beautiful sight. You should go see it if you ever are in the area of Hildesheim there. Well, we were sweating heavily when we carried our stuff to the park before the castle to have a nice shot at it, and even sweating when we put our armor on. We were both heavy drinking, and I don't mean alcohol. We tried to stay hydrated with several liters of water and even some sugary stuff to avoid hypoglycemia. We even chose a scenery with a bit of shadow so we don't get sizzled up in the sun while moving with thick clothing under our armor. When we had our armor finally on, something happened which I should have acknowledged. I had a little trouble of breathing. I know I'm a little bit chubby, but I am fitter than I look, and this feeling was a sensation I had not before a fight even started before. Remember that it was a still hot weather and this can tire you out faster. Well, I didn't say a thing and we picked our weapons up and started having fun together. Don't mind our lack of helmets. Ryusei forgot his and I wanted a better vision to avoid his head, so I didn't put up mine. Please just don't do this yourself. One hit heavily dented even Ryusei's leg armor, and after a little exchange, we proceeded. But I felt a little bit of nausea at this point, which you see in my face and in my absent footwork. I didn't think much about it, but it took its toll, which is why I took off my arm plates. After that, the nausea kept on being there and I had a little bit of a headache, but I was still too stubborn to cancel this day. Even when my sight started to get a bit pixelated, having an aura is a symptom of migraine and shouldn't be taken lightly. The pauses became longer and the fights became shorter and my thinking became slower. I should have ended it there and called it a day, but I wanted to at least have some material to show later. Ryusei always cared for me, made me drink water between takes, always having an eye on me, and was very understanding. When I took off the brigandine, I felt a little better, but at this point I was in a mild migraine, which didn't even things out. My movements were better because the break was longer, but as you can see, I move slow, sluggish and look like shit, because I felt so. But I still didn't want to give up. Here comes a good point, which the camera unfortunately didn't catch. We both disarmed off camera the other person and just ended up switching weapons, which led to a confusing and hilarious scene. Yeah, this is the final video in which I wanted at least something flashy for the camera and had some fun while doing so. Then again, I was overheated, had nausea, a blurry vision, started to get a bit shaky and to breathe more, and even standing alone was tiring. After that, we packed up because I couldn't proceed. One would think I was dehydrated because of the heat, but that wasn't true, which I proved later because on the way home I had to stop the car next to the road and had to throw up water in my migraine medicaments viciously, holy moly, like my body hadn't absorbed them in the last hours. I felt way better after that, but with my arrival and showering immediately, I was downed. I was a bit shaky, had problems drinking, my head hurt and the nausea was back. That's when I finally learned my lesson. You can drink as much water over the course of days, thinking you avoid dehydrating as you want. You can consume supplements to nurture your muscles and brain against hypotony. You can be fit and used to fight in and without armor. And you can stay in the shadow and avoid the sun greatly, as long as you want. But if you're a little bit weakened due to having an illness a whole week before, although you still felt great, the heat will still get you. And there is no shame in cancelling a long-planned trip when your health is acting crazy. Take care of yourselves, please. And Ryusei, if you watch this, I want my rematch in autumn. You've been such a nice guy and I owe you a good fight for that disappointment. And nice drinks afterwards with meats and mates. Till then, I wish every one of you a great day, pay attention to your fellow fighters, stay healthy and don't let your ego destroy your health.